the Australian Open here with Ben Rothemberg, young friend and old colleague.
Ciao.
Ciao. And well, we are all, how can I say, amazed, astonished, surprised by Chung beating Djokovic. Even if Djokovic wasn't the best Djokovic, we knew that maybe he had a problem with his arm. Still, Chung, 58 in the world, I mean, played impressively.
I'm not that surprised.
You're
Honestly,
not that
I'm really not that surprised. I thought that Djokovic had been shaky in this tournament. He got in a lot of medical timeouts. And Chung has been playing very well. I mean, Chung played really well against Zverev in the last round against number 4, Sasha Zverev, not his brother. Beat the brother also, actually. They beat both Zverevs, and now Djokovic. He's taking out the city of Monaco one by one. But he's playing incredible. He was playing very well, and he won Milan. He was clearly a guy who's improving very quickly. I thought he'd be dangerous for Djokovic if Djokovic is not 100%. And I thought Djokovic had a relatively easy draw until now. I mean, Ramos was not a very tough draw, and Ramos might have been hurt also because he retired the next day in his doubles. So I don't know. I'm not that shocked. I'm shocked at how the whole draw worked out. I mean, if you told me the quarterfinal would be Chung and Sandgren, that's a massive shock. No one would have predicted that in their draw. Probably
number
either.
58 against number 97.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And well, Djoko only 39% with the points with the second serve, 9 double faults, and Chung 47 winners. I mean, so that, but still, some shots that Chung made were, in my opinion, unbelievable. I mean, some so far away from the baseline, reaching with the forehand and doing with the wrist some incredible cross-court passing shot. Those I didn't expect. I've seen him doing other times, but today, in my opinion, it is something
special,
very special.
Yeah, and it reminded a lot of people of Djokovic. I think the way he played, their sort of flexibility, he showed the baseline defending. It was a lot like Djokovic, and Djokovic got beaten by a younger, better player tonight. And the baseline, obviously, the Djokovic serve was a problem, a big problem, and it was a weakness. But the baseline rallies were pretty even, and that someone can stay even in baseline rallies with Djokovic is amazing. Yeah,
it is amazing. While it wasn't amazing to see Federer beating Fucsovics.
No.
Funny the fact that he played 15 years ago against the coach, the coach of Fucsovic, Attila Savolt, here in the second round. So, and this Sandgren, I must say, is American. I think the last American involved in men's singles.
Yeah.
And I don't know him well enough. Can you tell me a little more? Can you tell us who he is?
He's pretty unknown to us, too. I mean, I was talking to the ATP earlier today and trying to figure out if he is the most random and unexpected Grand Slam quarterfinalist ever. Mm-hmm. And I think, or at least in recent years, and I think very possibly yes. I mean, he's only won 2 matches at the tour level, and both of those were in Washington last year. One was against Go Sueda, and then the other one, Kyrgios, retired and was hurt. Yeah. Those are his only 2 wins at tour level, and for him to come in,
never in a slam.
Never in a slam, and his first slam he ever played was last year in Paris. And so for him to come in here and win 4 matches in a row, 2 of them against top 10 players, even if Wawrinka was hurt, but still a top 10 player.
Thiem 6-3 in the 5th after 3 hours and 54 minutes.
And after blowing a match point in that 4th set tiebreaker, not blowing, Thiem saved it with a beautiful, brave backhand. So Sandgren's been very impressive. I mean, we haven't watched him a lot. We don't know him that well. He's been on the Challengers for a long time, and even the Futures before that. He played college tennis at the University of Tennessee, which is his home state. So it's Tennessee and Tennis Sandgren.
Okay, the family,
they named him after tennis. So he gets. I mean, the only reason we knew who he was because of his name.
Yeah.
If he didn't have this interesting name, we never would have paid any attention to him, honestly.
Have you ever never met any other people called tennis?
No, I don't know any tennises. I don't know any golfers named golf. I don't know any basketball players named basketball. I mean, it's just, are there any, soccer players in Italy named Calcio or anything like that?
No,
it doesn't
happen. We don't have. Anyway, well, we had, unfortunately, our Fognini, the last Italian survivor, who lost, but I wasn't surprised, to be honest. Berdic is of another category, in my opinion.
Berdic's playing very well here.
Yeah, and it can be dangerous for Federer, because he beats Federer 6 times.
And a couple times in majors, in U.S. Open quarterfinals and in Wimbledon quarterfinals.
Yeah, and then last year, even if he was told during an interview, Federer was told that he hadn't lost to Berdych since 2013, but in Indian Wells last year he had to save 2 match points.
Yeah.
So it was 1 point far from losing.
Yeah,
So-
no, it's been close. And Berdych just looks confident. He won that little tiebreak tens event, and even though that's an exhibition, I do think it meant kind of a lot to him to be there with all those big stars and
Yeah.
to be the winner at the end of the night. It's
Sure.
kind of a rare feeling for Berdych in his career, honestly, because he's gotten beaten by those guys so many times.
Yeah.
And I think that did boost his confidence at the
And
beginning
still,
of the tournament.
and then, I mean, Berdych has been number 4 in the world,
Yeah.
10 years in the top 10, twice semi-finals in Melbourne. I mean,
No, it's a tough match for
it's
Federer.
dangerous.
It's a tough match.
dangerous.
I mean,
Yeah.
the semi-final, if he gets there against Chung or Sangren, will not be considered tough for a semi-final of the Grand
Yeah.
Slam. But the quarterfinal is not easy. Definitely
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Berdych is better than number 19.
Sure, sure. And well, Madison Keys,
Yeah.
is she the favorite now of the women's tournament, or Kerber is?
I've said from the beginning that my 2 picks were Kerber and Keys, even
Okay.
before the draw came out.
Factor K,
And
K factor.
yes, K exactly. And there's also there's a lot of good K players in WTA. There's also Konta, Kvitova. There's quite a few.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
those are the 2 big players, and they played a bunch of good matches before. They played Olympic semifinal last. I think they will have a good match, and I think whoever wins that will be my clear title favorite. That match today that Su Wei Shea played against Kerber was unbelievable.
Yeah.
The kind of tennis she was able to produce, the variety, when it was working well, and I think she got a little nervous and got a little bit played too normal at the end.
He is the goddess Kali. She has you know, hands everywhere.
Yeah, exactly,
I mean,
exactly.
Hands everywhere. Like
It was a
Kung
beautiful.
Fu.
It was a really fun match.
Yeah.
A really fun match.
Okay, and we had fun to have you, Ben Rothemberg, as usual here. Thanks for coming, and come back.
Ciao.
Ciao.